Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Mad Men Season 7, we're off to a really, really good start. Lou is the worst.
Yeah, we saw that several of them were the worst in the last episode, kind of
Looking at you, Bert.
brilliantly through the eyes, and Peggy was terrible.
Peggy was
she was very hard to watch, but through the eyes of the secretaries, we kind of saw how awful and toxic everything still is.
Yeah.
And I think what we've seen so far in Season 7, in both of the first two episodes, is the place really isn't, in terms of its energy, running as well without Dawn. I think that's a reality. I know that's really weird, but Lou is not the guy. For one, nobody likes him. He's unlikable. Don't get me wrong. Dawn's awful sometimes.
Yes.
Dawn was always part of the toxicity, but I feel like he was the guy that would step forward and put his foot down on it and be the adult in the room, right? Even if he's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, someone needs to pick a direction. And he was that guy.
He had a certain power about him.
He did.
It was his way.
And no one has that right now. The closest thing to a person having any type of power right now in the office, last episode seemed to be Joan. And everyone else seemed to be kind of spiraling into their weirdness, right?
Well, we talked
All
about
of them.
We talked about it in, I think it was like episode 10 of season 6, where it was Dawn and Draper, Dawn and Ted not really getting along.
Sure.
And we were kind of like, well, Ted's kind of like the office around the father around the office. He kind of he makes the most sense. He's the one that he gets stuff done. But Dawn really is the power force. Well, like, he's the one that's like, it's my way. We're doing this.
It could have been Ted, but Ted completely
left.
He broke down and flaked out.
He's in California,
right. And he's not even enjoying it there. You know.
So if Ted and Dawn are both gone, who's in charge here? Really? You know what I mean?
That's the problem. Is Bert is as in charge as his racism will let him be. Bert's never been in charge.
No.
The only contribution he's made is, Dawn, you're fired. Don't have a black girl out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Right. Roger is always kind of been flaking out. It really has. I mean, there's no what
Cutler's skills are with clients.
People don't respect Cutler, and Cutler is very narrow vision as far as what he wants.
Yeah.
I really think you had all these different personalities that kind of fit. Pete's missing out of the situation too, and you needed someone like Dawn to be the guy, even when he was being a complete monster, to at least be the monster steering the ship. And I think the ship is a mess right now.
It's kind of amazing they made that decision, right? They're like, okay, Ted, you go here. Pete, you go there. Dawn, you're out. It's like, okay, but think about the home base here, guys.
It really is. It's like, who's running the asylum right now?
They put all their chips on Lou, really. And it's like...
They did, and Lou is so milquetoast and bland.
Roger sees it.
Yeah.
And like you said, Roger's not really the guy.
Roger's not a leader.
His skills are with clients. He's a whiner and diner.
He's great at that too. Yeah. He is great at that.
And that person, like, he recognizes his skills. His skills aren't there steering the ship in the office. We need somebody to get back to the office. And I do think that eventually, I was thinking about it, I do think Dawn will get back to the office.
I do too. I was thinking about that too. Like, the last two episodes, if nothing else, showed me that office needs Dawn. I don't know how it's going to happen. And I don't think it's going to be... I don't ever think there's going to be an admission of like, holy crap, we need Dawn. I don't think these people are that forward thinking.
Of course not.
There's too much insecurity for that to ever happen, right? Across all of them on different levels. But I think what's going to happen is Dawn, I think, is going to have to call and be like, what are we doing? You know? And they're going to have the conversation of, if we're really getting rid of Dawn, we have to buy Dawn out. Was what I kept thinking is, the only way to get Dawn out is to buy out his share of the company, which I think is probably 15% of it, right?
I mean,
it's not small. He's one of the main partners.
But do they really want to do that?
No. Exactly. Well, even if they did want to, that's liquid cash they'd have to pay him. The company may be worth $30 million, but that doesn't mean they have $30 million in cash laying around to give Dawn 6 of it. And, they don't have the cash to buy him out.
And that's always been the thing. Since they left the old office, they're barely above water. You know what I mean? Like, they're doing well. They're doing much better now than they were in season 4.
Yeah, but but still. No, like all companies, right? Anytime there's excess money, it's getting paid out to the partners. Mm-hmm. They're in terms of their salaries and their share of the company.
That was the biggest issue.
Absolutely. So it's not like Sterling Cooper has $8 or $10 million sitting in the bank waiting to pay Dawn off if they have to buy him out, and it would be substantial. And I think Cutler, who can't stand Dawn, right? I think as soon as one of the others says, as soon as Pete says, "Do you have $6 million, $8 million, $10 million to buy Dawn out of the company?"
Yeah.
He's going to be like, maybe we should just go ahead and have Don back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think Cutler is that guy that doesn't want Don around because he doesn't like Don, but knows he's never going to be willing to pay the money to get rid of him.
Now, I just thought of this too. Knowing Don, I can see them offering his job back and then him having some kind of crisis and being like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like he really I mean, he's still hanging out in New York.
He is.
Dressing the part.
But this is the man
secretary
who doesn't know what he wants. He's constantly... right now he's focused, but...
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think it's good... And this is just me thinking narratively what
Sure.
makes sense as we get to the end of the show. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to be after he goes back. You know what I mean? I feel like he wants it, and he goes, like a what? Exactly like a what now. I think he gets back into work, and then he's like, is this really what I want?
What I killed.
Because we had that, actual human moment where his daughter said, I love you, which is a massive moment.
Top 10.
He didn't say it back, but
I think he felt it.
I think that really opened a door for him. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We've heard him say that he loves you to Betty in early seasons, but only when he was in trouble. Mm-hmm. And it looked like she was leaving him.
He admitted that he loved Bobby to Megan.
Right.
I actually love my son.
Right. But yeah, I think that was a big moment of like actual human interaction that he doesn't understand and has never really experienced. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll have a changing Dawn, and I don't know how or if being part of Stu and Cooper is what he's going to want.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he finally grows up.
I'm excited because I know this season's going to be full of great moments.
Absolutely. We do want to go and thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. I want to give a special shout out to Rock Me Amadeus patrons, Actuarial Lurker, Balas Foldes, Chris, Jeff, NJ, and Suri Gundavarapu. Thank you so much, guys. We're very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every show, including Mad Men, we are at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. So if you get done watching these edits and want to keep going, Patreon's a place to do it. You will have to sync and watch along on your own source material. You will only see and hear us for copyright purposes. Yeah, and I can't stress enough how much I do not like Lou.
Yeah, that sucks.
He's very much a contrast to Dawn, but not in a good way. Like, Ted was a contrast to Dawn in a good way, like all the positive things you wish Dawn had. Lou just sucks.
I just hate it when he's like, the whole issue where he was like, that's not my problem. It's not my fault. It's
everything.
My problem.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, he fired his secretary because she wasn't there running errands for him.
And Draper.
And he had to face Sally.
Yeah. He sucks.
I don't know the right thing to say. Yeah, well, you're supposed to. You're an executive. That's your job.
And an adult. Right.
I'm swamped.
I have to get a schedule out for a shoot.
So you can come a little later. What are you shooting?
Mountain Dew.
Oh.
It'll tickle your innards.
He says you have his number, or I can give it to you again.
No, Dawn, I want you to call him.
Can you hold?
You can't be upset.
Yeah, she's working really hard. You're not.
She's been reassigned to a better position.
You're the closest thing to a manager, and let's face it, you probably have more influence. You better.
I want to do a movie or something.
Called his home, then managed to run into him at the Brentwood Country Mart while he was having lunch with Rod Serling.
Oh, no.
She apparently pled her case in tears and demanded another reading. It's not like I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
She really is doing well as the new girl in town.
Yeah.
Well then, I don't want to take up any more of your precious time.
They always say that, but I don't think that's doing well. I think that's, just call her and be like, hey, stay calm because so much is on the line right now. Also, put the bottle down. I know he's probably drinking less, but like...
Am I weird for not really feeling too bad for her? It's like, I know actors who are like really struggling actors. Like, I can't pay my rent.
She's got a great house.
Yeah, she's fine.
No briefcase?
I'm going to surprise my wife.
I've said it before. I hate her.
He can't help it, can he?
No.
Freeze frame as our stallion runs through the background. The bottle appears.
I feel like Lou's going to crap all over this like he always does.
Oh, yeah.
She's upset because I got nominated for a Clio and Rosemary's Baby didn't.
I don't care about awards.
Yes, she does.
Are we finished?
Sorry about that.
You want to go to color?
Ask your boss.
I hate him.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't stand a second he's on screen. He's such a great villain.
I want to know do you think his comeuppance will just be Dawn coming back and he's out?
Could be. Or it could be everybody else revolting against him.
Yeah.
But you're still going to take that exam again, aren't you?
No, it's going swimmingly. I'm in the office.
3 days a week now.
I wonder if she's still married to her cheating husband or not.
The guy was the worst.
Oh, yeah.
As they get older, there's less and less to do. Being alone in the house all that time. I really needed a challenge.
I think this is good for her. Like, could you imagine her, like, in the late 50s, early in the show, going to work and getting a job?
Yeah, juggling all those kids.
Yeah.
Carlton.
Well, I just mean wanting to work.
Yeah.
I wasn't even invited to this meeting because this is about your business. Costs. That's the only name that should be in the paper.
Very well put.
We handle that pretty well.
Very well. We forget, for as swarmy as he is,
he's good at his job for a guy we don't really like.
Yeah.
Well, that article could have been about us if anyone appreciated our media department.
Are you aware your self-pity is distasteful?
This conversation is over. I'm really not interested.
Cutler's kind of blowing it right now. It's like, just chill, dude.
Right. He's mad at him because there's an article about another ad firm in the paper.
Yeah, he's vindictive.
I feel like that's outside of Harry's realm of expertise.
Yeah.
You surprised me.
It's actually really nice of him to do, by the way. Yeah.
Great, it's Miss Kaiser's dad's farm. She grew up there, and they make butter and grow eggs.
Well, we'll see all that, won't we?
I like new Bobby.
Yeah. I like new Betty too.
Yeah.
You know, she seems to be a better, more conscientious of other people person.
Remember in season 6, what number Bobby was he? Bobby number 5.
Yeah.
Now I have to fire him. What am I going to do? How am I going to find someone new?
You don't have to fire anyone. You just have to stop acting like a lunatic.
No. Now you went too far there.
I should fly in and surprise you. Yeah. That's a scary thought, isn't it?
No.
Actually, yeah.
I was your secretary, remember? I know what you're like when you're left alone.
You're acting crazy.
So where are you?
That would be a good time to tell the truth, yeah.
They put me on leave, okay?
You lost your job?
Don't worry, I'm still getting paid.
This is where it blows up.
And I didn't want you to know until I fixed it. And there is no one else. I've been good. I haven't even been drinking that much.
This is all true.
Yep.
But she should...
Clear head. You got up every day and decided that you didn't want to be with me.
See, I figured that's where this was going to go.
I don't want you to worry about me anymore.
Stop it.
It's okay, Don. This is the way it ends.
Wow.
Well, we're there. I figured it was coming at some point.
I think he handled it as well as he could have.
Well, just way too
There's
late.
just some things he should have said.
We use a computer, therefore I call it our computer, but it's actually someone else's computer.
And the local markets program?
Great idea. Sure someone's going to do that.
So he really rocked that meeting.
But I believe you to be the most dishonest man I have ever worked with.
I didn't call the Wall Street Journal. Kill it.
He killed the meeting. Come on, man.
He got if he would have been honest, the client would have quit.
He's on your side.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Don.
Enough dancing around. Let's have dinner.
How's tonight?
7:30.
Is that Roger?
It didn't sound like him. I think that was the guy from McCann. I always forget his name. We saw him last week. He walked in. I'm having lunch.
That guy.
Oh, no. That's going to be the other guy.
Why don't you just tell me what's in it?
Why don't you look?
That's a headhunter, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that man wandering the streets with a sandwich board saying the end is near.
So I have my answer.
I didn't know the question. You want to come back? Come back. I miss you.
Oh. So is Roger going to be the one that saves him?
Who is it?
Room service.
BLT. Which sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
Sherry, this is Don.
I was just leaving.
Come in Monday.
Well, this is going to be weird, isn't it?
Hope so. I hope so.
He just walks through the door.
Everyone just goes white.
Yeah. You know who's going to lose it more than anybody? Lou.
Yeah. And probably Cutler, too.
Yeah. What's he doing here? Oh, for sure. Leave it to Roger not to tell any of them.
He won't.
You think?
Yeah, he'll probably tell Bert, but
He's got to tell somebody.
He'll tell Cutler.
Yeah.
Things can be the way we want them to be. Because I'm going back to the agency.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted to hear, man.
Don't do that. You can't do that. I'm your wife.
God, I feel so bad for her right now.
I have the weekend.
Not now. That's not a good idea.
Yeah. Give her some time, man, to process. Yeah. That was a big lie.
Her character, like the entire time she's on the show, we just feel so bad for her, you know?
Yeah,
Like
she's in a lot of
put her
ways.
through the ringer.
She's really stepped into a really bad position. She didn't know him when she married him.
No.
She knew Don Draper, the god at work.
She was naive, for
Yeah.
sure. And it's complicated because I feel like his emotions for her are genuine. It's just
I don't think he's capable.
Such a complicated guy.
He's not capable of being what she needs him to be.
No. All right, you gotta bring it, Don.
I'd be about to pee my pants the whole way going walking back in
So
there
nervous.
because you have to face everybody.
Yeah, it's a great watch. Yeah, butterflies, all kinds of
Just
stuff.
watching everybody's faces drop, would just be so uncomfortable.
Walk in, head nod. It's probably very different from when we left it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not even going to know some of the staff. It's been a year. I love how this is shot.
That was very well done.
God, he looks terrified. I feel this.
Dios.
Probably Dean Chandler. It's probably somebody who just doesn't even know.
Yeah. There he is.
There's Lou.
Lou.
God, I feel for him.
It's Lou,
now.
right?
Oh. Hello there.
This is so uncomfortable.
Ready to get back to work.
Good for you.
This was going to cause a storm.
Punch him in the face so bad.
Roger didn't tell anybody, did
No,
he?
he did not.
Hello there.
Oh, Don! Look at you!
How are you?
I'm good.
Still
Lou's
still
in the
standing
background.
there.
Why don't you let me take that up to him?
To Roger? No, he's not in yet. That's mine.
Oh, God, that's so much worse.
It's fine. I'll keep myself occupied.
Great
Just
to
chalk
see
it
you
up to
again.
Lou.
I'd be like, can I go sit in Roger's office until he gets here?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in the firing
No,
line.
I'd be like, it's my office. I'm gonna go chill in here. Oh,
It'd have been so funny if he'd have walked in there and shut the door.
It'd been awesome.
I would have loved it.
Hello, Michael.
Ed, come here. Look who's here.
Oh, hi, Don. Great to see you.
Boy, you smell good.
Oh, I assume you have storyboards.
Exit stage left.
So this guy just put him right back to work. Sick. I like that, actually, yeah.
Just R&R mostly.
You want to see the strategy?
So yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. What else are you going to do while you're waiting for Roger?
sure. It looks good.
And the partners are running around in the back offices freaking out.
Yeah.
What do I do? Don wants to see him.
Don.
Don. Draper.
Says who?
Says him. He's outside.
He's not fired. Like,
Yeah. He's coming back. He's a partner.
yeah. Man. She
What's
sees
he
the ghost.
doing? Who cares?
Every woman just...
What is he doing here?
Maybe he finished trying out.
Meredith, we better get back to work.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
everything's
go back to work, yeah.
He's sober.
Some lapse in communication regarding my return.
No one told me.
Could you just let me know when someone tracks down Mr. Sterling? Can I get some coffee?
He's so cool being like, hey, get a coffee.
You want me to get everything? Whatever you got handy.
Let's start with the garbage.
If he kills it here in this like 5 minutes where he's waiting for Roger and they come back and see that, how do you say no to that?
It takes so much guts to show up like that. So much guts.
Hats off to him.
Yeah.
Don, is that you?
Boys, excuse me a minute.
Him with an iPad is such
Yeah.
a great touch.
You looking well, Joan?
What have you been up to? What are you doing here?
I work here.
What the hell's going on in here?
We were just catching up.
That's nice, ladies. You four, in my office.
The underlings are all okay with him being back. It's the higher ups that are struggling. I think the day ends with him back. He's going to have to say, like, buy me out or let me work.
Yeah, for real.
He's gonna have to.
It's kind of amazing that Bert Cooper is like so against him right now. It's been a year. Man.
Yeah.
Are things really going that well without him?
I didn't know you were going to beat me here.
Well, you could have told somebody. Anybody.
I don't have to tell anybody. That's my name on the door out there.
I'm not going to slink out of here with my tail between my legs. Now call a damn meeting.
Let me ask Joan.
Don't ask Joan.
Yeah, Joe.
I think Drunk Roger's going to take care of this. I really do. I think Don's working by the end of the
Fingers
day.
crossed.
Yeah. This is so uncomfortable for him.
I know.
It was like, I think it was like 11:30 on the clock behind him.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little pettier than he is, but I've been kind of enjoying it.
I would feel, just me, I'd feel very self-aware.
I mean, it'd be uncomfortable, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, I'll either won't be here. Guess what? I can be here. I'm wanted here by somebody.
Yeah.
Hello, Jim. I'm surprised to see you. Well, here I am.
Good. You're right. Now he's standing up for himself a little bit.
There you are.
Partners meeting? Yeah, she's taking her to the meeting. Roger's meeting.
I'll find out what's going on and I'll take care of it.
What am I supposed to do? Just hide while he sits down there cooling his heels like Longfellow Deeds?
You're really gonna call security?
No, there's no way.
If they escort him out, that's so awkward. He's like, "No, I'm here for a meeting."
I don't think it's gonna come to that.
I'm sorry. I'll go get it back.
Stop it. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Sit down.
She did give away a sandwich. I mean, give her a sandwich.
I didn't know you were going to eat.
There were 2 sandwiches.
Do you want a gumdrop?
You eat them.
Okay,
I don't want
it's
them.
not-
Eat your candy.
He's a kid. He did a dumb thing. Don't let it ruin the day.
I like gumdrops.
Eat when you get home. Well, okay, maybe there's still a little bit of old Betty in there.
At least she had some raw milk.
Right.
But how does he fit into everything now? This is working.
Is it?
That costs more than a computer.
He has a contract.
He's in breach!
No, he's not. He's on leave.
He's not in breach, yeah.
We have to buy him out.
There it is. There it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
We fire him, we lose the non-compete. You want to walk down some hotel hallway and see Mary Wells sitting on Don's lap the next time you go in to present?
Yep.
Yeah. He'll work somewhere else if you fire him.
Heck yeah, Roger. Let's go.
Roger's winning this argument.
Put the side crap away and
Yeah.
look at the big picture.
God, she really just let that ruin the whole day, didn't she?
I'm not hungry. I was hungry, and now I'm not.
Oh, come on, Betty. Every time I crawl on Betty's side, she does a little. I know that wasn't a massive thing, but it was like,
Compared to
come
what
on,
she's
man.
done.
Yeah.
Are you coming back?
I thought so. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, I can't say that we miss you.
Wow.
Thank you, Becky.
Yeah. What else would you? Yeah.
Yeah, he burned that bridge, but still, that was rude.
Yeah, that was kicking a man who was way down.
She's kind of becoming a monster, isn't she?
The last 2 episodes, she's been hard to like.
It was a perfect day, and he ruined it.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, talk her down.
Do you think I'm a good mother?
Of course. Oh, I don't think of course is necessarily the way I'd go.
Then why don't they love me?
They do.
When you put Sally in a closet?
Look at him.
Robbie loves her a lot. That's why he's so upset right now.
Yeah.
Sally may kind of hate her a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
They've got a weird relationship.
Right. It has not been a good one.
Gene is still a child. So,
Right.
Well, they're all children, but like he's a baby.
Can I get some coffee?
Of course. But they want to see you in the conference room. The partners.
There's no way they fire him, buy him out, and then let him go work somewhere else down the
It'd
street.
be so foolish if they did.
You're right.
All right, here we go.
I mean, he would make it his mission to take that firm down.
Yep.
I mean, really. I would. I'd be that petty.
Of course. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
See you later.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great shot.
It is. And Pete definitely wants him back. And he's a partner.
Luke Lou's watching.
Yeah.
Sorry if I disrupted your day, but I've had a productive time catching myself up with everything.
Well, we've discussed it and we've reached the conclusion that we'd like you to come back to work.
Yeah, they have to.
I'm pleased to hear that.
But there are some stipulations.
Don't get drunk at work.
Yeah.
Violation of which will result in termination and a reabsorption of your partnership shares.
Oh, I don't know if I would agree to that.
Outside of client hospitality, there will be no drinking in the office.
And you will report to Lou.
I'd be like, no.
Say no.
Say no.
Like, nope,
Say
buy
no.
me out.
That sucks.
Fire me and buy me out. I wouldn't put the shares on the line.
No.
The partnership. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Oh, that's bold.
Really? Let's talk about this because
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I wouldn't
Heck
have done that. No.
Dude, you could bought out and be living life in California with your smoking hot wife.
Yeah,
you want to sit here and report to Lou?
You
Are
owe
you
me-
kidding me?
Yeah, I'd be like, no, you owe me millions of dollars.
Are you done? This is like the opposite in season 2 when he's like, I don't have a contract, and he walks out. This
Yeah.
is like the opposite moment of that where it's like, you do have a contract, and like they could honor that, man. Like you had some leeway there.
No, he still does. He didn't have to. Yeah, he could have just said no. I would have said no. What are you going to do with my shares?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like if you just said no now, you get to keep your shares.
Right.
Now you're like agreeing to give those up.
Now they can find a reason to fire him, and
That's what
not
I'm
have to pay
saying.
him off.
It's stupid.
I mean, if they fire him, regardless, he still is he's not in breach of contract. He can still go work somewhere else,
anywhere,
like a day later, right? He could get a job in advertising a day later. But I got to tell you, that's putting his partnership that he earned, he paid for, right? Remember when he had to put,
he started that.
He put $50,000 up to start the company. He helped build it.
He even put 50 up for Pete.
Yeah, he put 50 up for Pete. Pete's going to be on his side regardless.
Yeah,
like Pete wants him back.
I kind of wish we saw Pete this episode. I know that wasn't the focus; it was mostly staying here. But I want to see Pete's side of things because Pete will always go to bat for Don, and I want to see what Ted has to say too. I think Ted's kind of on his own personal journey at this point, but still,
I don't think Ted's involved enough to care. I think Ted's checked out for sure too.
And
but I do think he's going to be working against Bert and Cutler and Joan. It looks like
I don't know. Joan's the hard one to read because, he did. Same with Peggy. He kind of burned both of them right before he left. I just think that I don't know. I'm willing to think that she is smart enough to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Because they do have a good friendship and work relationship. I think being hey, no drinking in the office, totally reasonable.
I think that's fair, right?
Stick to the script in meetings. But when it comes to whining and dining clients, you have to be alone with the client.
Yeah, you can't be alone with the client, and you have to say exactly what we tell you to say. I mean, I get it because when he went off book on the Nestle thing, that was the big problem.
In meetings with that, when you're meeting people, of course, stick to the script. At the same time, it's some of his best pitches have come just kind of off the
My guess is what's going to happen for as long as he's there is we're at this point where they don't really want him.
Yeah,
that he's going to start crushing it. And everyone's going to kind of relax a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't feel like the hammering down like this is going to be permanent if he starts doing a really good job.
Or on the flip side, this is the last season. This is a 2-part season. This could very well end with him being fired from Sterling Cooper and not having those shares and having to go somewhere else.
Sure.
That could be the last half of the show. I don't know, but
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
To have him completely start over somewhere else for 7 episodes.
Or he does something. I don't know either.
Right.
At this point, I think it's crazy that he was just okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in, crushes it, takes it more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, because he was doing a great job up until he decided to marry Megan. That's when he started really checking out, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the question isn't going to be, is he going to blow it? Because I don't think he will.
Well, it's interesting because
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, finish your thought.
But I don't think he's going to blow it. I think the big question is he going to decide he really wants it that bad going down the road?
Especially when you have Lou, Cutler,
right?
I mean, even Bert, just kind of on him constantly.
Yeah, there's
riding you constantly. It's
there's clearly several people who don't want him there, and and the awkward feeling of the episode is how hard would it be as a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
To go to work every day knowing that half a dozen of your peers wish you would just disappear. I would not enjoy that.
It would hurt the confidence for sure.
Yeah, it would hurt the confidence. You would be on edge every time you're around certain people.
Eyeballs constantly on you.
Yeah,
especially when you're
knowing they're talking behind your back.
I helped start this company right now, and it's I'm walking on thin ice the whole time. And also, it's what's really interesting is that season 4, obviously, we got the worst of him, and we got a mini redemption. He was doing better.
Yeah,
up until the Megan thing, and they took 2 seasons to really focus on the fall.
Right.
The implosion. And then it's that's so cool that we had a taste of it for a second there. Oh, he's getting better. And then nope, 2 seasons of just
he's not. Yeah. He wasn't.
And those are the 2 best seasons, honestly. And then now we have this where it's okay, he's back on track. Let's see it.
I think structurally this has to be his upswing. It may not last. Obviously, anything can happen in the last episode. I just mean at the end. For the last episode or 2, you can blow up a show however you want. You're at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Sterling Cooper could go out of business for all you know at that point. But I do think we've, narratively, we've had the 2 seasons of the kind of spiraling that we expected. I think this is his bounce back.
Sure.
I didn't know if it was going to be going into the season, if it was going to be at work or just in his personal life. Mm-hmm. I'm out of work. Now am I going to go find myself? I don't know that he has. I think he's really just focused on the work, which says an awful lot about what kind of person he is, right?
Yeah.
Is Don, how complete of a person is Don if the only thing he's really worked on this whole time is getting back to doing his job well and not fixing his personal life in any way.
And, you're right. And to play devil's advocate to that, it's like, what drives me nuts is every time they mention Lou, and Cutler's like, he's adequate. Because that's what $1 million company should strive for, right? Adequacy.
Yeah, they know. Everyone in the room knows that their work sucks. Roger called him out on it. It's like, yeah, because the creative we're putting out is garbage.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about our creative.
And Lou only cares about putting his name on it. Like, it's like, and that's the thing. If he has to report to Lou, how many ideas is Lou just going to shut down?
Yeah, Lou is not Don, in that Don is a creative director that comes up with ideas and fixes ideas. Lou's just a yes or no stamp man.
He's going to have to constantly step over Lou and go to Roger or Bert, whoever, and be like, look at this work. What do you think is better?
I don't know. I don't know if it comes to that.
If they even humor him, if they even give him the chance.
I don't think he steps around Lou. I think he's got to play the game.
All right, well,
I think we're going to have to see Don Draper win everybody over by playing the game. He's not in a position to be renegade Don.
Look, he's not dumb. Don's not a dumb guy, especially when it comes to this. Sure. This is his wheelhouse. I'm very, very curious now seeing how that's going to work going forward. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of frustrating episodes going forward.
Right. Yeah. The one real relationship I'm curious to see how it gets rebuilt is him and Peggy. Yeah. Because Peggy just went straight up knives out.
That's 3 episodes in a row where she's just kind of like, really, really just not her, like she's just a whole nother person.
I don't know, if she's thinking big picture. She hates working for Lou.
Yeah.
They're doing mediocre creative. She hates working for Lou. I would think that she would be happy to see either Ted or Don back.
Do you think if he goes to Peggy and he apologizes, that fixes anything?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think that he just needs to show her. I think this is a show not tell.
Show her.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got you.
He's going to have to show that he's better. I don't think there's anything he's going to say to anybody.
And then she'll get it because she's on the same level as him in many ways. Like she is his protege. Like,
well, right now, the firm definitely wants her around a lot more than him. So
for sure,
we'll see moving forward.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you then, guys.
See you guys.